Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again here on YouTube. Continuing on with the WCW, the Great American Bash collection on custom DVD and Blu-ray and official VHS releases. So we had a gap between 1992 and 1995. We didn't get a Great American Bash in 93 and 94 to my knowledge. So moving on to 1995 then. I don't have a VHS for this, as it never got a UK VHS release. It got a VHS release in the United States, I do believe. But here's the custom DVD of it, and it's a pretty cool one as well. We've got the Macho Man, Randy Savage on the front there, pounding away at who I believe to be Big Bubba Rogers, Big Boss Man, I think that is. So celebrate with some red, white, blue, black and blue, sorry. And it has like I like how they've done the logo here with the American flag, and they've got all the names of different wrestlers there. So Sting, Randy Savage, Flair, Nasty Boys, Alex Wright, Renegade, so on. And then back by popular demand. So referring to the gap for the previous year's missed, I guess. Here's the spine, the disc, and the back. So Sting in the main picture there on the back. So Randy Savage versus Ric Flair. So Randy Savage with his father Angelo Poffo, however you pronounce their names, sorry. C. Savage retaliate against Flair's attack on his father at Slamboree 95. The Savage, I don't know who that is, who he's pounding then, guys. Unless that is Big Bubba Rogers getting involved. I've not watched this pay-per-view, so I don't know. Sorry, guys. So Randy Savage, Flair, and then we move on to Sting versus Meng with Colonel Parker. WCW World Tag Team title on the line. Nasty Boys defending their title against the Blue Bloods. World Television title, Arn Anderson against Renegade. We have an arm wrestling title, so Dave Sullivan versus Diamond Dallas Page. The winner gets a dream date with the Diamond Doll. What the fuck? Alex Wright taking on Flying Brian Pillman. That sounds like a really cool match. And Marcus Bagwell taking on Sergeant Craig Pittman. That does actually sound like a really good pay-per-view for the Great American Bash, and I look forward to watching that when I can. So that's 1995. 1996, again, didn't get a VHS tape for that one. Don't think it had no, it didn't have a UK VHS release, only a US one. So custom DVD for that one again. And it's graced with the cover artwork of Randy Savage again attacking or laying a beat down on someone else. And that's that Flair, yeah. Looks like Ric Flair this time. So the Giant, Luger, Flair, Sting. Got the American flag in the background, the USA flag. Pretty cool. I like that they've kept the Great American Bash original logo from the previous few years now. I do like that one with the stars and the way it's writ, the text and everything's really good. So we have oh, there's the disc as well, guys. So we have watch football stars Kevin Green and Steve McMichael tackle the ring. Spine. Showing you the disc already. Here's the back. So, World Heavyweight title match between Lex Luger and the Giant with Jimmy Hart. Grudge tag team match, Kevin Green and Steve McMichael taking on Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Conan against El Gato for the US title. Plus we get to see Chris Benoit take on the Taskmaster. Sting against Lord Steven Regal. And a Lord of the Ring match, Cruiserweight title match. And probably one or two other matches as well. But yeah, and we have a few screenshots there. So Carolina Panthers Kevin Green, and Lex Luger delivering a clothesline to who's Luger against on here? Well, that doesn't look like the Giant. You know, I just think they've taken random screenshots from different events and just put them on here. But the same with the other cover, because that's had me puzzled with the Big Bubba. If that is Big Bubba and Savage. But yeah, that's the Great American Bash 96. Moving on to 1997, I do have a VHS tape for this, yay! And this is the UK mail order exclusive one. Just move these to one side. There we go, and I can show you this tape a bit better then. So yeah, with the that same border with the nuts and bolts, metallic look, WCW classic logo at the top there. So Revenge, Piper and Flair take on the Outsiders. And they've retained the same logo again with the stars in the logo as well, which is pretty cool, and just added 97 to it. So it's got Piper putting a sleeper on Scott Hall there on the front cover artwork. There's the spine. This is catalogue number 004. So WCW 004, sorry guys. Bit of wear and tear at the top there, but to be expected with these old VHS tapes now. I'll just try and open it up, because these ones are quite stiff to open. So I'll take the tape out first. Here's the tape. E-certificate here in the UK. Again, mail order exclusive in the UK. Interior artwork. So if you want more information about WCW video releases, or if you experience any problems obtaining WCW videos, telephone that number, fax, or write to WCW Video at that address in High Wycombe, England. And it shows a few of the tapes they had available at the time. So Spring Stampede 97, Uncensored 97, I think that is, and Slamboree, the Great American Bash and Bash at the Beach, all 97, and Full Brawl and Road Wild 97. So it's pretty cool, and again with the metallic border around the outside. I do like that with the nuts and bolts. I'm just going to put the tape back in, guys, and then I'll show you the back. So here we go. Good old American vengeance spills over at the mark of the quad in Moline, Illinois. Hope I pronounced that right, guys. Apologies if I haven't. Revenge is such sweet body slamming torture in a 9-match grudge card that includes the most bombastic matchups of the year. So we have a screenshot of Scott Hall delivering the, what's that called? The Razor's Edge, but he didn't call it that in WCW. What was it called again? Oh fuck. I've completely forgotten now. Is it the Outsider's Edge? I think it was. To Roddy Piper there. So yeah, WCW World Tag Team Championship match. The Outsiders taking on Roddy Piper and Ric Flair. Lights out match between Randy Savage and Diamond Dallas Page. NFL All-Pro match, Kevin Green and Steve Mongo McMichael. Kevin Green versus Steve Mongo McMichael with Deborah. Beg your pardon there, guys. So, yeah, the battle of the NFL All-Pros. Women's World Championship match, Medusa versus Akira Hokuto with Sonny Ono. Sorry, guys. Death match, Chris Benoit versus Meng. Now that sounds like a really cool match, doesn't it, guys? I think it does anyway. This also sounds pretty awesome. Ultimo Dragon, versus Psychosis. Again with Sonny Ono. Harlem Heat versus the Steiner Brothers. Conan versus Humorous. Glacier versus Raph with James Vanderberg. Then we got some more screenshots at the bottom there. One from Medusa's match against Akira Hakuto, or whatever however you say your name, beg your pardon, and Glacier and Raph's match. I think that's Glacier and Raph. But yeah, and then information again of how to obtain these tapes back in the day. 165-minute runtime, and again with the BBFC certification thing. The custom DVD of it is pretty much the same. Apologies if you can hear my neighbour's dog barking in the background. I've got my windows open because it's absolutely hot here today in the UK, in England. Yeah, pretty much the same text and match listing on the back and screenshots. Moving on to 1998, I don't have the VHS tape for this one, but it did get a mail order exclusive UK release. So I move on to the custom DVD of it to show you, and that's with Bill Goldberg on the front, again with a metallic border, classic logo at the top, nuts and bolts, etc. And Bill Goldberg holding up what I believe to be the United States Championship in WCW. Again, keeping the Great American Bash classic logo, but adding some colour to it this time. And obviously the year 1998. Spine. Disc. And a couple of screenshots to show you guys. So Savage and Bret Hart, I think that top one is. Wolfpack, Sting and the Giant in the picture below that. So we've got the Giant against Sting, Hollywood Hogan and Bret Hart against Roddy Piper and Randy Savage. Goldberg putting his US Heavyweight Championship on the line against Conan. The WCW TV title is on the line. Booker T against Fit Finlay. Chavo Guerrero Jr. versus Eddie Guerrero. Juventud Guerrera versus Reese. That seems like a pretty harsh match. But interestingly, I think Juventud may win that one. But Reese is like 7 foot plus giant against a cruiserweight. Seems a bit unfair. Maybe Raven's Flock interferes with that one, and it backfires and Juventud wins. I can't remember now, but I may check that one out later on just to see how, the outcome of that. I like the good old David versus Goliath kind of matches. Pretty good. I like rooting for the underdog most of the time. Or if it's someone I can't stand, I just let the Giant do the beat down on them. It's fun. I know, I'm very sadistic, guys, aren't I? WCW Cruiserweight Championship match next. So we have Chris Jericho against Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn against Chris Kanyon, and Chris Benoit versus Booker T. And again with the information of that WCW video mail order thing from the UK at the bottom. So 99 would be next, and I will show you, I don't have the VHS for 99 because it only got a US release. I do have a custom of it, and it's on a twin set Blu-ray, which I'll show you a little later. So we'll skip straight to 2000 next. So we have the VHS tape, the last ever, well, second to last ever WCW VHS tape to get a release in the UK. And that's the Great American Bash 2000 with Sting and Vampiro on the front cover artwork there. And they changed the artwork, the logo, quite a lot. And they put that weird looking shark spaceship kind of logo in the middle of it. Not sure if I like that one or not, but they try to move on with the times and everything else, which I totally understand, but I prefer the classic one, I think. But yeah, Sting and Vampiro. Flames light up the night as Vampiro and Sting enter the ring in a Human Torch match. 18 certificate here in the UK. And before I show you the rest of this tape, guys, this one came as part of a 5-pack box set, along with Super Brawl, Uncensored, Spring Stampede, and Slamboree. I'm going to take the tapes out a second and show you it a bit more. So this was known as Pay-Per-View Collection 2. Awesome coverage of 5 USA pay-per-view special events with the 18 certificate. And we have Sid Vicious there. And the WCW logo. It's a bit of worn and torn, obviously. Yeah. And that side we have adverts for... Not adverts, sorry, showing the contents of what's in this one. So we had Super Brawl 2000, Uncensored, Spring Stampede, Slamboree, and the Great American Bash. And then on the bottom it has details of each. On the other side again it's Sid, and on the top it's just a WCW shark spaceship kind of logo thing. And then obviously the empty box. So yeah, this would have been, as I said, Pay-Per-View Collection 2. Pay-Per-View Collection 1 would have covered Uncensored 99, Spring Stampede 99, Bash of the Beach 99, Starrcade 99, and Sold Out 2000. But I don't have that cardboard box. I have the tapes, but not the box, guys, if that makes sense. But yeah, I thought I'd show you that anyway, before we move on, showing you the rest of this tape. So yeah, the spine for that one. Tape, and then obviously the date was on the bottom of that as well, June the 11th 2000. And when I was saying to you guys, I believe this to be the second to last tape to be released from WCW here in the UK. This, I think, was only available as part of that pay-per-view set. I don't think this was sold individually, to my knowledge, so you had to have bought that that box set to have obtained this tape anyway. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure. But yeah, there's the spine, as I said. And here's the back. It's got the logos at the top. Various screenshots. So we have Hogan and Kidman, Kevin Nash and Jeff Jarrett, and David Flair and someone there. So the Great American Bash goes beyond breaking point to deliver some of the most incredible scenes of brutality and betrayal wrestling fans have ever seen. Vampiro takes sadism to the new levels in a Human Torch match against Sting, where the winner must set the loser on fire. The Painted Warriors battle in the rafters high above the ring, and one of them goes down in flames. Under New Blood influence, David Flair tries to end his legendary father's career in a retirement match. Ah, right, so that's him against his father, Ric Flair. I was going to say that, but I just didn't want to in case I got it wrong. And Goldberg takes decisive and shocking actions in what becomes one of the most defining moments in sports history. Also, World Heavyweight title on the line, Jeff Jarrett against Kevin Nash. The Living Icon versus the Kid, so we have Hulk Hogan versus Billy Kidman. A 2-on-1 Asylum match, Scott Steiner taking on his brother, Rick Steiner and Tank Abbott. Plus 5 more explosive bashes. Then we have various text at the bottom there, advert for WCW.com. Running time, 162 minutes approximately. Yeah, the other tape I was going to tell you about, guys, sorry, that's because I got sidetracked with other things in my mind. So yeah, the other tape being, the last ever one being the best of WCW in the 90s, I think it was. Should have brought it to hand to show you on here, but I'll do that in a different video anyway. Yeah, that one would have been the last ever tape released in the UK. I'll cover that in another WCW video, like the one-offs. I'll do a WCW one-off, whether it was pay-per-views or one-off tape releases, or, you know, cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, I'm sure it was available as in the WCW official magazine as well. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that any further. I'm not going to put that set up on top of that because it might fall. So I'll just get straight to the other ones I was going to show you. So, twin pack of the Great American Bash 1999 and 2000 on Blu-ray, custom Blu-ray that is. Twin Classics from WVM over on Facebook, Chad Stone, thank you for that, brother. Spine, disc, and there's the back. So matches include Ric Flair versus Roddy Piper, Sting against Rick Steiner, Kevin Nash versus Randy Savage, Mike Awesome versus DDP, Hollywood Hogan against Kidman, Jeff Jarrett versus Kevin Nash, and more. And that's the that's all of my Great American Bash WCW collection on VHS, custom Blu-ray and custom DVD so far, guys. I hope to fill a few of the VHS tape gaps eventually, the UK ones mainly, in the near future. I'm in no rush to do it, but I have them to watch on custom DVD and Blu-ray anyway, for the ones I don't have on VHS tape. Thank you for watching part 2. I may in the future do a part 3 related to the WWE Great American Bash, which ran from 2004 to 2008, I think it was. Was it 8 or 9? Well, 2009 had the Bash. I might include that in the video as well. Also, the Blu-ray that they released, the best of the Great American Bash United We Slam, when I eventually get a copy of that. So when I get around to getting a copy of that, I'll do a video part 3 covering those if you want me to, or I may just do it anyway. And then possible part 4 in the future would be the NXT Great American Bashes on custom Blu-ray, if I do eventually get those as well. But I'm thinking way ahead in the future. But anyway, guys, thank you for taking time to watch both this and part 1 if you watch part 1, and all my other videos. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Take good care of yourselves, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Goodbye for now.